How are you? So I'm looking at pile 2. I wanted to do a little bit of an extra reading because you got the double death card, and I just wanted to double check the possible scenarios around this double death and this lost card. So what it looks like to me is the end of a partnership, an end of a collaboration, an end of a maybe working with a particular colleague, maybe the end of a business, but all's not lost in this. There's some sort of ending here, but there's something still standing kind of in the ashes here. And I really want to find out what that is. Now, with the death card, you needn't be afraid of it because it's more of an organic death. It's not a tower moment, so I feel like it's not something that's unexpected. I feel like it's something that you kind of know is coming, all right? But I just want to find out exactly what it is. I mean, I don't know if this is in the past or the future. Okay, so I just want to check. So let's just ask that question, I think. Is this past? The ending of something in the past? Let's have a look. Is this the ending of something in the past, please? Yeah, I feel like something ended in the past here. And you were severely let down. Okay, pretty much abandoned, actually, in some sort of business connection. Whew, this is better because this is the second time I've done this reading. It's been very confusing. So I feel like there was a huge sense of loss, feeling very abandoned, really ended up quite incarcerated in your own world because of it, you know, sort of feeling maybe slightly imprisoned when this all fell apart. And someone in this connection with you, where a business or work or something like that was concerned, they were absolutely ruthless, and they were only looking out for themselves. And I can't help but see this lady in the tower. She's dressed very beautifully, but it's a barren and solitude existence, a solitary existence. Okay, so I feel like maybe some of your worldly goods for some of you might have been stripped away here. Okay, so that's that side. That I see on both sides. I can see there's two energies here. So that's the first death card. Tell me about the second death card, please. This makes more sense. That was in the past. Tell me about the second death card. What's the second death card? So it looks like there's a loss of two things here. What's the second death card, please? Oh my God, this keeps coming up again and again and again. So I really have to really look at this very deeply. There's something about online communication, possibly an online business, maybe something that you had a collaboration with someone. For some of you, it's romantic, okay, that you had a romantic collaboration, something to do with business. Something, or a relationship, say, with a client or a colleague or someone in the company, something like that, supplier, something like that. And it seems like it was a more of an online type of connection rather than a face-to-face one, and it died. Oh, and I'm hearing it could die yet. Okay, this could be the future, actually. And I think in the first part of the dream, I said you've got to lighten up with your communication. You've got to make it, well, you don't have to, but, you know, make it more fun. You might be talking in a very negative way. So let's have a look. Why does this keep coming up in pile 2? It keeps coming up and coming up and coming up. Why does this keep coming up? Could you clarify, please? Could you clarify? Oh, this is interesting. With this, I see you striking out on your own. So it could be the end, as I said, of some sort of partnership or collaboration or something like that. And I see you striking out on your own with this Fool card. Don't be afraid that it's called the Fool card. Yes, you're going to take risks. You're going to, you know, sort of abandon yourself, you know, and start on a road that you know nothing about for some of you. But you're very extremely self-reliant, and you've done a lot of introspection around this connection. So I feel like this other Death card could be saying that something is coming to its natural close, and are you recognizing it? Are you, maybe you feel it, but you're not recognized, you know, you're not really taking notice of it. And I see you stepping out on your own, and when you step out on your own, we keep getting this card here, which is the Four of Pentacles. Obviously you need to be very stable financially. So it's kind of saying, this is my card that says, write all your money down wherever it is. Okay, so if you've got multiple bank accounts and you've got credit cards and all that sort of thing, lay it out on the table and have a really, really good look at it. And then change your energy around this. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. So for example, if maybe you've only got £1,000 in the bank, just say, okay, and you're like, well, that's not going to last me very long. I'm really, really frightened. Say to yourself, if you had 0 in your bank account and you couldn't pay your rent and you couldn't buy any food, and someone came up to you and gave you £1,000, when does that ever happen? How excited and happy would you feel? All right, so that's what I do. If money's sort of going down a little bit, you know, I think, oh my God, it was X amount and now it's only this amount. And I'm like, hold on a minute, if I had nothing, I'd be like jumping through hoops if someone gave me £1,000 or £2,000 or whatever it is. Okay, so it's really being in gratitude for the money that you do have. Maybe you've only got £300, okay, but it's not 0. And maybe you're thinking, this isn't going to cover my bills next month, but it's not 0. Okay. And I feel with this one, this is about being wise with your money. Be wise with your money. Okay, so it's not really about scrimping and saving. It's about being wise. I've got this much. I know the universe is abundant. There's millions of people out there who are wealthy. So if they can be wealthy, I can be wealthy. There's millions of people with disposable income. If they've got disposable income, I could have disposable income. There are, let's see it like little pathways. There's little secret pathways to wealthier lives, to have a wealthier life. Obviously, wealth is not everything, but it's crucial at a certain level to pay for your accommodation, to pay your mortgage, to feed yourself, to be able to travel, to clothe yourself, to buy the basics and to not worry, okay? So no, money doesn't bring you happiness, but if you don't have money, you're pretty fucking miserable, all right? So this is be wise with money, but I see you striking out on your own. I just want to find out why you're striking out on your own. Why are they striking out on their own? I feel like you might be in a situation where you're undervalued and not appreciated, or there could be some sort of is that, I don't know if this is the correct word, misogyny, where there's kind of inequality against women in the workplace, that sort of thing. It's quite interesting, this card, actually. So we've got this. This is normally my sex card, but not for career. So we've got these two women who are scantily clad. It means that you are in the workplace, you might be seen as an object rather than a person. Okay, or one time when I did a reading, this lady was working in the workplace where there was lots of kind of pin-ups on the wall of this sort of thing. Oh no, and then another lady, she was a lawyer, and female lawyers were very looked down upon in her country. So it might be that you're kind of looked down upon in some way, but hey, look at this, you've got the World card. Now what I love about this, look at you, you've taken off your string bikini and you're like, hey, I'm completely naked and I'm loving it. There's huge success for you if you strike out on your own. I just want to see what this loss is in the middle. I'm hearing double whammy, that you've had one whammy and you might experience another one. So I feel it's kind of saying be prepared. Okay. I know this isn't what you want to hear, but cards are very strong. Tell me about this lost card. Is it future or past? Is it the future, please? No, I feel like it's kind of now, all right? Because in the future, I see you moving forward very abundantly, beautifully here, okay? Now, it might be that you've had a relationship or a connection with someone who's quite egoic, and that came to an end, and maybe you felt this massive loss. Some of you might have lost your job and your lover at the same time. And now maybe moving into another area where you're feeling like, is this job or career going to last? Should I strike out on my own? You know, because maybe you're not feeling valued. I feel like there was someone untrustworthy around here, but you've kind of moved forward into this beautiful sunshine, which is real joy and happiness, which is really positive, very abundant, okay? I'm still a little bit kind of challenged by these cards, just so that you know. Okay, so I just want to get, why are you showing these cards? Why are you showing these cards? Are they warning cards? Actually, this is quite good, actually. I'm quite pleased. I really need to dig here. I feel it's telling you that you're gonna be starting a new abundant career. King of Wands, my prince. Looks like Prince, doesn't he? The King of Wands. Because the King of Wands, at his best, is a leader. And I feel it sort of relates to very creative industries, you know, whether that's online, selling merchandise, that sort of thing. Being a modern thinker, thinking outside the box, you know. And you've got the two lemons, which is very, very abundant fruit here. Very abundant fruit. Could be have an international flair to it, something like that. So I see you moving forward very abundantly, and I feel like that's what they're telling you. I just want to ask, I feel like some of you are doing a job that you need to get out of. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying? Or some of them are doing a job where they need to get out of, yeah? Let's just have a look. Yeah. Some of you are doing a job you need to get out of it, because it's not giving you what you need. You're constantly trying to juggle your finances, and there's more rewards in the future. You've got more opportunities outside of this job. I just want to check for you if, for some of you, your business is closing or finishing in some way. Is the business closing or finishing in some way? Because obviously a lot of businesses and stuff are now. So I just want to see if this is relating to you. It's closing. It's not finishing, but it could become a little stagnant. Okay, it could be quite hard for the business or whatever you're involved in to drive forward at this time. It might take a little bit of time. So I feel like during this period, it possibly could feel like an organic death, you know, sort of like a bit like what I had. I didn't get an income this month, and I'm just like, oh my God, is this going to be the sign of the times? You know, we're in very difficult times. So I feel like it could be a bit stagnant. Now, if this is your business, you need to plan for the future. You need to be very clear about when you're doing stuff at certain times. You know, you need to plant the right seeds at the right time. You need to sell the stuff at the right time. You need to get everything timed in correctly. And you need to do it with a degree of passion and a degree of vindication. You know, see it, plan it, do it, take action. This is standing still. This is planning your pentacles. This is take the hell action here. All right. Just want to check how this this one, where there was a loss in the past, how that relates to the reading. Why you've got sort of like a double whammy. Why have you got a double whammy? What? I'm still a little bit kind of like, oof, you know. Why have you got a double whammy? Why have you got a double whammy? What's it trying to tell us? I'm sort of hearing in my head, don't trust anybody. Oh, this is nice. Okay, this is good. I think it's trying to show you that, or teach you there's abundance. That you've kind of laid the foundations for a lot of abundance here. And sometimes it might not feel like it's arrived, or there might be gaps. It's so funny. I'm looking at this tree, right, with the Italian olive tree. And then I'm looking at my little, look at that. How cute is that? It's not a toilet, guys. It's kind of like the Italian angles in their houses, the way that they build things. And then they generally have a little plant on the steps and that sort of thing. So I was looking at the tree and this because they're very, very similar, aren't they? Okay. So with the fig tree, it's very, very abundant, but in the branches, there's loads of gaps. And I feel like it's telling you that, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Hold on, just bear with me a second. Why did you get the double whammy? Right, the reason that you're getting the double whammy is because you have laid the foundations, and it might feel like there's lots of gaps, okay? And what you don't realise, which has been happening to me a lot actually, there's a very, very powerful connection with you with loss and recovery. Loss and recovery, loss and recovery. So for example, if you can just stay with me with this, today I brought a bracelet, a wristband. I walked out the shop, and by the time I got home, I didn't put it on my wrist, I was carrying it, I dropped it, I retraced my steps and I found it, and this is happening to me again and again and again with multiple different things. I lose it and I recover it, and wherever I've dropped it, it's in exactly the same space. This has been going on for a couple of years now with me. And all I hear in my head is loss and recovery. And I feel that's what here. You've had massive loss and great recovery. And you might feel like you're getting more loss, but there's great recovery here. The Justice card is on your side. The Justice card restores. The Justice card is about recovery after loss. The Justice card, I'm getting all excited now. Whatever comes up and whatever you've been through in the past, when you've got the Justice card on your side, and we're saying it's powerfully on your side, the Justice card restores everything that is rightfully yours. And this is what's happening for you. So if you're undervalued in the workplace, if you're not earning what you should, if the business is stalling, strike out on your own. Keep the two going if you have to. Okay? And just as I said that, it said 2112, the gateway opened there. Strike out on your own. Get a side hustle. Get passive income. Think about a new business, you know? Because justice is going to bring in everything that is rightfully yours. I love that. Loving that in a very powerful way. What sort of things are they going to get? What's going to be restored in their life, please? Gosh, this is such a challenging read. As I go around one corner, I've got a really challenging read around the next corner. What I do know is that you're going to get everything that you've been working on, maybe for a number of years, you planted the seeds, maybe it hasn't worked, believe you me. I'm the master of businesses that never worked, or ideas. I started so many things and they're all failed, okay? Like, for example, I built this Etsy shop and I designed all these bikinis, and I signed up with and all this Italian summer wear and all this sort of thing. And I signed up with this print-on-demand company which has a direct integration with Etsy, and I built the whole damn thing, okay? And then Etsy shut my shop down with no explanation. I mean, oh my God, all right? But anyway, but even when you do stuff like that, I spent hours and hours and hours and hours designing all that stuff. And it was bloody awesome. And they just shut it down. So the seeds that you've planted financially, you will reap those rewards. But there's a little bit more going on here. I can't help but see, if you said no to love, I know this isn't a love reading, or if you said no to a collaboration, or if you said no to a partnership, if you said no to a business, if you've had your boundaries up, and you've been a little bit too particular in some cases, I see you saying no here, this will be restored to you. Hold on, let me repeat that. I see you saying no here. No to a certain business, no to a certain relationship, no to a certain type of income. But I see this coming to you. Whatever it is that you've been saying no to. Really, you've been saying no to something. This is coming to you. What's coming? Let's dig a little bit deeper. This was only supposed to be a 5-minute extra. What's coming? So I can see all this is coming, but what is she saying no to? You've really got your boundaries up here. I mean, you really have. What is she saying no to? What's being restored? Something you'll be saying no to. Oh my God, this is another, oh my God, this is another, I hope you're still with me. This is another dive into what it's reading is that you're very, very frightened of having a tower moment with some type of collaboration. You're terrified. Okay? And the question started, what is going to be restored? We've got what you've been saying no to is going to be restored. Your pentacles are going to be restored. And I'm saying, what's she saying no to? You're saying no to a tower moment around some type of business connection, career connection, family connection, lover connection possibly, which is money and career orientated. And you're terrified of that tower moment in that. And you've got the Justice card. You don't need to be afraid. You're going to be fine. I think you're trying to stop a tower moment. Oh, you're going to be more than fine. Okay, I'm happy now. You've got the Six of Cups. Beautiful. This is beautiful. If it isn't love in your life, romantically, it's great connections, great collaborations, great teamwork, great people around you who are supportive. Life feels abundant, career feels abundant, income feels abundant. You're working in collaboration. These might not be people, they might be different platforms and things like that. And it's all going to work. Stop being terrified of tower moment. Easy to say. You had a tower moment over here. Oh my God. This is a whole reading in itself. You had a tower moment over here. You had terrible loss. Someone screwed you over. Okay? But you're not going to get a tower moment again, because you've got justice on your side in a very powerful way that is going to see you through, so you can see the fruits of your labour, so you can see the abundance. Yes, there might be gaps here and there. Okay, like, as I said, I didn't get paid this month, okay, in my daytime job. There are gaps here and there, but overall it's very abundant. Very abundant. Okay, pile 2, thank you so much. Okay, ciao from Italy. Ciao, ciao, ciao.